I got to have a really interesting conversation today with some women that were on a field trip with me. And they were wonderful, they were delightful. And I asked for their guidance and education on how I can be an appropriate advocate for anybody who feels marginalized. How can I help? And it reminded me of a story that I wanted to share. And it was when my last child was born. He he it was an easy birth, it was an easy labor and delivery. A lot of things about that went relatively easily. I was having some complications, but nothing scary or upsetting. And because we had two other kids and dogs, my husband was like, if you're good, I'm good. And I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just going to stay here and feed and take care of him. So you can go. And I think it was like 2, 3 in the morning. So it was the middle of the night. He leaves, whatever. And then at some point, and you ladies know, I needed to change the stuff. And I had no more ice packs. I had no more mesh panties. I had nothing there. And the bed was messy. And so I pushed for the nurse and I was like, hey, sorry, something seems to have gone sideways. There's a lot more here than I anticipated. I'm going to go get cleaned up, but I'm out of supplies, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I'll be right there. And then she comes in with the blanket up, like she's, been traveling in and yeah. And I was like, hey, re-explain what I just said through the intercom. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm happy to change it, but I need supplies to change it. I'm happy to clean up after myself. Such a woman move. And she's like, I don't have anything. I was like, I'm sorry. What? And she's like, I don't have anything. And I was like, I heard the words that you put together, but what does that mean? And she was like, I don't have any more supplies. I was like, what does that mean? I fully don't understand. And she said, I have nothing. You're going to have to wait until the next shift comes. Maybe they can get something off the cart. And I was like, what cart? Go get the cart. What are you talking? And I was like, are you by yourself? And she's like, no, but I don't have any supplies. There's no more in this pod is what she called it. So think of like an X where it's like room. And so 6 rooms, 6 rooms, 6 rooms, 6 rooms. Okay. And she's like, I don't have anything else in this pod. So she means our wing. And I was like, yeah, but we're full in here. I knew I got the last room in that pod because I came in so late in the night. And she's like, yeah, I don't have anything. And I was like, do the other women not have supplies? And she's like, I don't know what to tell you. And just leaves. And I'm like, oh, not today. Because I can't go anywhere. I'm covered. The bed's covered. What do you want me to sit in the chair and ruin that too? Where do you want me to go? Mind you, I've had the baby 4 hours ago. So I take my little peanut, my third kid, I got this, put him in the incubator thing, whatever, the little plastic push cart. And I said, come on, Betty, we're going to go for a ride. And so I take the little baby. But remember, they're wearing the monitors, right? So I start setting off alarms everywhere. But I don't care. And so security shows up and the guys are real agitated. They're like, ma'am. And I was like, and I was like, sorry, I have to go find supplies. I'm on a voyage. Would you like to come with me? And they were like, you need to go lay down and you can't take the baby with you. And you can't. And I was like, I made him. He's mine. I can take him wherever I want to take him. Thank you very much. And then they were like, no, you need to go lay down. It's a liability. You got to go. And I turned around and he saw the situation I was in. And he's like, does the nurse know? And I was like, she says there's no more supplies. So I'm going to get supplies. So if you can get me supplies, or you can walk with me while I get supplies, but if she doesn't have supplies for me, she doesn't have it for the other 5 women in the pod, so I'm just going to grab as much as I can and bring it back. Do you want to come with me? And he was like, surely he can't believe she said that to me. And sure enough, other pods had supplies. I will let you guess which pods had supplies and why my group might not have gotten any. And I know, as the minority in my pod, that I am very lucky that I am translucent enough that my snarky behavior was seen as somebody who needed help and not me being defiant and aggressive and mean and cause for security to think I'm a harm or a danger to my baby. And I asked these wonderful women, how can I help? I knew in that situation I only got away with what I was doing because, and I hate that, but let me help. And I also knew that the women in the pod with me were not. And if they were not, then they're just sitting in their own blood. And so I can help. Let me help. Me and my baby will go down the hall and we will do it together for you. And so if you have tips or tricks or policies or procedures or something where like help could be needed, they gave me some wonderful tips today and I'm going to try and implement them, see them, be aware of them. I don't want to make things worse, but I know I can advocate better. Everybody can. So guide me, teach me, tell me. If you hate it, don't do it, don't get involved, help me. I want to do better. I got 3 people I'm teaching that I could teach them how to be better too. Show by example. So fill me up, fill my cup. I want to help.